me, I was like, in my mind, okay, I said, yes, I'm about to post this right, you feel me? Like, I ain't finna, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't finna, you know, do all the extra stuff. Like, I'm finna come correct, you feel me? But not knowing not too long after they broke up, like, she started messing with somebody else or whatever. Then I noticed then, like, okay, when the chick would say how, like, this is the crazy part, then when somebody would say I was ugly or whatever, like, she never, like, she stopped coming to my defense. So that was one. And then two was when she cause I had another one, like my homegirl, like she had, cause she used to ride the bus with her, so I used to talk to her all the time, you know, so just vent to her about stuff with her. So she was like, yeah, I can definitely like try to, you know what I'm saying, put in a good word for him. So I'm like, alright, bet. So then she came back the next day with her, so I asked her, like I was anxious, I was like, yeah, what she said, so yeah, she put that hurt on me. Cause she was like, cause I think I started off just like, start off asking her, like, do she think I'm ugly with her? So she stood up, like, she like how she was telling me, like, yeah, she just went in on me. She was just like, yeah, like, tell her, yeah, like, she think I'm ugly, like, she don't like me, like, she want me just to leave her alone. And it was just like all kind of hateful stuff she was saying. It was just like hateful and hurtful stuff. I was like, really? So I ain't like the chick that I used to vent to, like, say, she was like, she kind of felt bad for me, because she know how I am. Like, I'm not a bad person, but it's just like it's just a way you could tell me that, but you ain't gotta go, like, you ain't had to go in on me like how you did when you was telling her, you feel me? So like I said, she felt bad for me, because I remember I had my head down. I was just like, but she was just telling me, like, no, you good, like, no, it's gonna be alright, like, you know what I'm saying? So, and then I think the third one was, I think it was toward the end of the school year. She had, I was saying her and dude who she was supposedly, like, was messing with, like, I seen them, cause I think they had came to our class, cause we was playing a movie or whatever. That's how sometimes they do they'll show, like, you know what I'm saying, they, like, say, our classes, like, are combined into one class, and then we just watch a movie. So as I'm looking, you know what I'm saying, like, they was being hella loud back there. So as I'm looking, like, they was just all, like, lovey-dovey, flirting with each other and everything, like, smiling from cheek to cheek to each other. So I was just like, that's a real, you feel me? So, but, so after that, you know what I'm saying, of course, the summertime came, and, man, to me, that was a wrap. Like, I ain't want nothing to do with her after that, you know. So it was just like, yeah, that was the first time, like I said, a woman actually broke my heart. Like, yeah, it's like, then it was, like I said, it was a messed up way too. It was like, dang, like, you could have, like, it's just ways you could do it, but you ain't have to, like, especially all day I did all the other stuff, but it's like, you didn't have to, like, go in on me how you did, you know what I'm saying, because you was dating somebody else, you know what I'm saying. But like I said, I ain't tripping, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. But nah, fast forward to 6th grade year when I was in middle school, because the high school, because like on Fridays, you know what I'm saying, my sister, you know what I'm saying, used to go to her high school football games, and my brother, he played in the band, because he went to the high school too. He played in the band, so it was like, oh, okay, so we went to one game. I forgot what game it was, but I mean, we went to one game, and then and it was me, because who it was me, my sister, and one of her friends. I ain't like one of her friends, and her friend was, hey, she wasn't bad looking, you feel me, because that might go have to be another video, but so I remember, you know what I'm saying, I kind of like, you know what I'm saying, we was sitting like, kind of like sort of like up top, but then, you know what I'm saying, so I kind of noticed, like, I had seen a chick or whatever at the game, like, it was like, she was like a couple of seats down. I seen her, but I'm like, in my head, I'm like, cause by then I moved like way past her by then, so it's like, I ain't seen her since, so I'm looking, I'm like, dang, she like hella familiar, but then, I think I seen her from my side view, but I think as I got a good view of her face or whatever, I was like, I was like, that's her. So of course, you know what I'm saying, like I say, I'm focused on the game, but I can kind of still like see her, you know what I'm saying, my third view. So she was like, so I remember, like, you know what I'm saying, I was watching the game, but I could still see her. So she kind of like turned around, did she recognize me? And I heard her say, like, throughout the crowd, I heard her say, she was like, look at, she said my name or whatever. So I heard her, but you know what I'm saying, in my head I'm like, nah, like I remember what you did to me or whatever. So she seen, so I'm guessing she must have seen that I was ignoring her or whatever. So I kind of glanced and, you know what I'm saying, she tried to act like it was some dude that was, you know what I'm saying, next to her or whatever. So she trying to act like she was, at first I ain't pay attention to it, but like she was just like talking to the dude, like, you know what I'm saying, having a conversation. But like I noticed like she kept like looking back at me every time they was having conversations with her. So I'm like, oh, you want to play that game, huh? Okay. So I'm like, I'm all about the games, you feel me? So like I said, my sister's friend, like I said, hey, like she was fine. So hey, so me, I'm, you know what I'm saying, cause I think she kind of like, it wasn't like weird for her, but it was just like, you know what I'm saying, kind of caught her off guard. Like, you ain't never like have a conversation with me like one-on-one. So as you know what I'm saying, cause I'm talking, cause my sister was, it was like say it was me, then she was next to me, then my sister was on the side of her. So I said you enjoying, I told her, I said, you enjoying the game? She be like, yeah. Then I remember she asked me like a question about like a certain, I think it was a certain play or a certain position in football or whatever. So I was telling her everything or whatever. But then I was just going like down the list or whatever, like what I knew or whatever. But then I kind of like kept it going or whatever. So you know what I'm saying. So as I'm doing it, you know what I'm saying, it look like I'm just having a conversation with the chick. But then as I'm doing it, like I'm looking down to her. So yeah, of course she looking back and I kind of see a look on her face. I'm like, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying. You think I ain't forgot, huh? But like I said, after that, I mean, after that, I haven't seen her since, you know what I'm saying? But then, one of my other homeboys, like, I remember he had showed me a picture of, I didn't know it was her, because she looked like way different, so whatever. So he had showed me a picture of her, so he said, hey, you know what it is? I was like, no. So he kind of like grinned or whatever. He like, bro, he's like, take a closer look. I'm like, bro, I don't recognize this chick. I think he said something else, and I was like, bro, I don't recognize the chick. So then he was like, he's like, man, he said, no, that's her, that's the chick over there. I'm like, oh, or whatever. So, but I was like, I mean, okay. Then I was like, asked him, I said, what? I said, you dating her? I said, you messing with her? He was like, so he was like, hey, he's like, don't worry about that. I'm like, hey, I ain't mad at you. Hey, do you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care. But other than that, like I said, that was the last I heard of her, you know what I'm saying? I don't trust me. After what she did, like, I don't want nothing to do with her. But like I said, I don't wish nothing bad upon her, you know, so I hope everything alright with her, you feel me? But yeah, that was the third time that I was in love, and my very first heartbreak. I tell you that, but I still don't think I'm over that. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, so we move on in life, you feel me? But like I said, yeah, that's the story on that, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, hey, like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. I'm down with it regardless. So till my next video, you already know what it is. I'll see y'all in a minute.